So welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. So this is going to be my first Wisdom Wednesday since I have been back. So thank you all for joining me. In this Wisdom Wednesday, I kind of want to just talk a little bit about loneliness. It's kind of a topic to talk about, but it's very, very needed and necessary to talk about. So the concept of loneliness is a beautiful concept that a lot of people take for granted and don't really understand. A lot of people are afraid of, a lot of people are scared to be lonely. You know, we always joke around about the woman who's going to be lonely and 30 with a ton of cats in her apartment. But maybe she likes loneliness, or, you know, she embraced it. A lot of people are fearful of loneliness. So in their fear of being alone, they invite energies that necessarily they know aren't right for them, they know don't serve any good purpose, and just downright know that they don't want to fuck with them. Like, they don't want to be friends with this homegirl, they don't want to be, you know, dating this dude, they don't want to be hanging out around these people, they don't want to socialize with whoever, but out of the fear of them being lonely, they do anyways. Which is a big issue a lot of people wind up in. You know, I've definitely been there before, and a lot of friends I know, a lot of, you know, family members I know and have seen go through the same exact turmoil that it brings. When you're lonely, you fog your intuition with loneliness and with fear of being lonely. Fear clouds your judgment. So when fear is involved, along with your loneliness, it's like a double whammy. Like, now you're really fucked. So, you know, it clouds your judgment on people. So you're so lonely that you will just accept anything that kind of comes by you, instead of setting that bar and saying, no, I'd rather be alone than deal with you. And that takes a strong person to do, and a strong person to admit. You know, I commend those people, but not everybody has that strength. So what happens when people are lonely is their judgment is clouded, so they allow these frequencies into their life, whether it be friends, boyfriends, girlfriends, family, whatever have you, and consume themselves with one another, because they're so afraid to fucking be alone. Isn't that crazy? Like, you're so scared to be alone that you'll just sit and merge with these energies that you know aren't good for you. Or maybe you don't know at the moment that they're not good for you, but your judgment is clouded, so you can't even see the truth behind the veil. So you're hanging out with this person and you're, you know, talking or hanging out for like so-and-so months, and then you kind of start taking on their habits. You take on their form, in a sense, and mold to whoever this being is, and just fit whoever they are. And that's not even you. That normally isn't you. If you weren't around this person every single day, would you be doing what you're doing right now? Probably not. And just things in that nature. Like, we just are so scared to be alone that we'll just cling to anything. You know, the saying, misery loves company, because it truly does. And especially if that misery stems from loneliness, you know, we'll hang out with whoever just to hide the fact of our true fear, which is the fear of being alone, the fear of not being loved, the fear of not being wanted or accepted by anyone. So we start hanging out with these people to suppress, and really that's what it is we're suppressing that emotion of loneliness. So you're busy suppressing it, and in the midst of you suppressing the truth, you're winding up in these situations that you wouldn't want to be in if you would just accept that you're lonely for a minute. And a lot of people look at being alone as something negative, when it's not. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Like, I'm definitely a loner type chick. I have friends. I have beautiful friends, and I have a beautiful family. I have an amazing boyfriend. So I'm never really alone anymore. But all in all, I'm a pretty like lone wolf type of chick. I'm definitely a snow leopard spirit animal. So I like to be alone. I like my personal space. I like, you know, when I want to be alone, I want to be alone. but it's a solitude. People look at it as loneliness, but it's really just solitude and being comfortable in your solitude. Being comfortable taking yourself out and taking yourself on a date and just treating yourself to like a nice lunch or a nice movie or a dinner date, or even just going out to look at museums or whatever, or shopping. Like, don't think that you always need to be around somebody. Just enjoy being by yourself. Enjoy your own company. And I always say that if you can't enjoy your own company and somebody that you meet can't match that frequency, why are you hanging out with them? If you like your time alone better than hanging out with that person, you should not be hanging out with that person. You should not be fucking with that person. You should not be dating that person. And all in all, the list goes on. So I really, everybody I hang around, I love. And I love hanging out with them just as much as I like my own time to myself. So it's never, I'm never losing. I'm never losing by hanging out with somebody. And the moment I feel like I am going to lose out on that, if I feel like their company isn't going to be as great as my own, I'm not going to be there. Sorry, I'm not going to kick it with anybody that I don't feel is going to give me something more than I can give myself. That's not a winning situation in my eyes. And sometimes it's just I'm too busy to hang out. I'm doing whatever I'm doing. So it's just I don't have time to hang out, or I just don't want to. But it's finding peace in serenity and that solitude and that getting to know yourself. This whole spiritual journey can't happen with somebody else. Your spiritual journey is about you. So you can't figure out about you if you're busy figuring out about somebody else. It doesn't happen that way. You have to sit there and do the work. You have to learn who you are. You have to uncover your truths, your shadows, your darkness, and love all of that and enjoy all of that and merge with all of that. So it's just really appreciating being alone. And I mean, obviously nobody always wants to be alone. So don't take it as, oh, always be alone. Like, you should always be by yourself. Because no, that's not fun either. But those moments you do want to be alone and you do want to be in your solitude, enjoy that. Enjoy it if you get the chance. Oftentimes I'm thrown into situations where I have to socialize and I don't want to. But, it's getting out of your comfort zone and understanding that life is about balance. So you're not always going to be able to do what you want. Also, don't be in a lonely situation and allow these people that are giving you red flags that you're like, oh, I don't like it when they say that, or I don't like the way they do that or carry themselves in this manner. Don't fuck with them. If you're already getting that red flag in the back of your mind, but you're literally convincing yourself, well, maybe I should give it a try. Let me try it out. Because you're lonely, that's when you're fucking up. Because you're fucking up. That's definitely a fuck up type of moment. I know multiple people who have hung out with people based on their loneliness and nothing ever works out. I personally have experienced that on a few levels. So now I understand that my solitude is better than stooping down to somebody else's level just because I don't want to deal with my own bullshit, in a sense. Just enjoy being by yourself. Enjoy your own company. Learn how to love your own company, because how can you have amazing relationships with anybody outside of yourself if the relationship with yourself first and foremost isn't where you would want it to be? So, and this all stems back to you have to love yourself before you can love anyone else. So really just that whole mentality comes back to that pivotal point. And I feel like the point in all of what I do is teaching everybody about self-love and to love yourself and appreciate yourself, because nobody else is going to do it more than you can. So thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back with some more videos. I said my next series was going to be the crystals, but I was like, gotta throw my Wisdom Wednesday in there. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate your support. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And my Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter is Cheyenne_Renee, and my Facebook is Cheyenne Dolan. So thank you guys. Have a great day.